And welcome to Devil Gymnasium as we get ready for the Quincy High Blue Devils taking on the Rock Island Rocks Western Big Six style. This is the pregame show, Wellman and Pettit, but before we get to that, Coach Dance is here as a wrap-up to the postgame of the game before. And, Coach, I tell you, they are quick. They've got a lot of guards out there. We knew that. And then it seemed like all the offensive rebounds were coming along, and so when it rains, it pours.
Yeah, it was a bad mixture tonight. I didn't feel our energy was what we needed to be. I felt like our body language wasn't great at the beginning. We got down, and then that didn't help it at all. So it was, a couple things compounded that, and it just made it into one of those nights. But, we knew Principi was going to be really good, and we knew Deja was tough under the basket. We didn't do a very good job defending on the perimeter, and that kind of hurt us. And it's one of those things that I told him. I said, we've got to learn from. We've got to hold ourselves accountable. Each of us has to look ourselves in the mirror. And I said, in the end of the day, we've got to get better from this. But the most important thing is we come ready to go on Monday. We can't hang our heads because this is done and over with. Yes, this is fun doing the shootouts and stuff like that, but we've got games that we've got to take care of here from here on out.
And that's the Western Big Six with Geneseo on Thursday and the real big one with Galesburg on Saturday. So when you get done with a game like that, what do you tell the girls? I mean, they know. We all know. You know. So it's kind of being redundant, but what do you say to them?
I told them a lot of that. I told them, this was no indication of how we play. I said, normally our body language, the way we run our offense, the way we defend, we just had no swagger tonight. We didn't have that mojo that we normally have, and that happens when you miss a couple easy shots. They make a couple shots. You start pressing a little bit more on the offensive end, and I just felt that those compounded to a lot of things, and it snowballed from there, and we could never get it going.
That's what we talked about, those layups that roll out when we're point blank and that, and we're working hard. Speaking of working hard, and she does every night, all of our girls really do, but Jada worked hard tonight. She had another one of those impressive games.
Yeah, she did a great job, and the difference last time, those two basically did the same thing, and our supporting cast was better last time. Obviously tonight it wasn't what we normally are. It's one of the there's no reason to dwell on it. It happened. It was a bad representation. I feel bad for some of the girls because a lot of these people came out. Unfortunately, this is the only time they see us all year.
Guess what? They can come out again on Thursday and
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, and I tell them that all the time that we're a fun team to watch, and like I said, this wasn't an indication of us, but it's done and over with now. Now we move on.
Put it away. Put it in the cold locker, and all the cold didn't affect their shooting on the other side, and let's work to next week. So. This is nothing. This is just a mid-season loss to a very good ball team. We got a lot more to do.
Yeah, and that's the plan. We're going to come out, be ready to go on Monday for practice. Take care of business on Thursday, and then take care of business on Saturday. We got to have a great week of practice.
Sounds like a good one. You have a great week, and we'll be there on Thursday and Saturday for two good games.
Sounds good. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate you being here.
That's Brad Dance, and of course his comments are brought to you by the QHS Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. We'll take a break with the pregame show and the postgame show, all here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
QHS Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting.
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit QHS Honda.
And QHS Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit QHS Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how QHS makes it easy.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep Tight.
Sleep tight.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at meccasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@meccasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/meccasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
And welcome back to Blue Devil Gymnasium. Getting ready for the Blue Devils and the Rocks after that first ball game there. And Coach, we'll go ahead with our coach's comments this time. We had them there for Coach in the post game, but let's get the coach's comments from Coach Pettit, starting off with this one.
Well, once again, very similar game to the first game. You know what I mean? Rocky scores at about 72 a game. We score at 44 and give up 56. They give up 42. This game's got to be in the 50s for us to have a chance, to do this. Keys to the game, starts on the defensive end. Once again, on-ball defense. We got to keep them in front, make sure we challenge every shot. And then, once the shot's made, you got to be talking. Shot, and everybody's got to make sure you have a butt on somebody to make sure that you get the rebound. And then push it out, selectively. You know what I mean? You can't go 1-on-3 because this is a very, very, maybe the most talented Rock Island team we've seen the last 4 or 5 years.
They've got a lot of weapons out there. Marshall, Zulu, you name them, they're out there shooting.
Abby, yeah. Well,
oh,
Abby,
I forgot about Abby.
Abby had, 25 first game?
Yes.
Up there, so, yeah, you guard heavy team. They handles the ball, but Zulu is a stud. I'm sorry, but
did Abby have that much? I didn't think he had a game there, but in that game on December 5th, Quincy was down 25-9 after one, 39-19 at the half, 59-32 after 3 quarters. We lost 75-45, and again, that was the first Western Big Six game against a very, very talented.
At the Rock Garden too. That's a different place to play.
And you were right, Coach, because I had it off to the side. Abby had 24, Marshall had 20, Zulu had 19, and Morgan had 12. So 4 guys in double figures for the victory out there. And they bring it tonight, too, with a very, very good ball team out here. So Coach's comments brought to you by the QHS Auto Group. We'll be back with more of the pregame show right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
QHS Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting.
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit QHS Honda.
And QHS Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit QHS Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how QHS makes it easy.
And Blue Devil sponsor 8 Open, a Southern Kitchen, 601 Main, Quincy. Sandwiches, signatures, features like the Smash Burger. 8open.com. You can schedule ahead for your meal. 8 Open, open Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 11 to 8. Saturdays, noon to 9. 8 Open, a Southern Kitchen, 601 Main, Quincy, the 6th Street Promenade. And welcome back to the pregame show as we talk about it tonight. Coach Pettit and I, good crowd in here on this cold night out there that really kind of screwed up the shootout. I tell you what, didn't screw up.
Kinda.
Yeah, Coach Polite, he's dressing like big time out here. So for the Rock Island, he's the head coach. He's got his sunglasses on his head too down here, which is kind of wild. Devils come in 5-12, 2-5 in the conference. The Rocks come in 16-3, 6-1 in the conference. You heard Coach talking about this team averages 72 a game and only gives up 45. And on our side, we're averaging about 44, giving up about 56. And after a tough weekend last weekend, Moline and Lincoln.
That's Coach Polite. He doesn't got the sunglasses on.
Yes, above, right?
Huh? No.
Oh, the shorter one with the regular glasses? No.
Not shorter one, he's taller one.
Right, he's the tall one with the sunglasses on, or glasses.
No,
they're glasses.
No. Glasses, not sunglasses.
Yes, they look like sunglasses there, and then Coach goes, what are they doing looking up here at me? We're ready for the second game here. Glad you could stick with us. Good transition there from game 1 to game 2. The band's over here, and the band is rocking also on the other side.
Oh, there's nothing like this.
Kanai must have played over at the, hold on a second here. By the way, that moment of silence was for Mike Shuttler, who died this year. Big time in the Hall of Fame. He's in our Hall of Fame. He's also in the IBCA Hall of Fame as well. Time for our national anthem, honoring our country. So, here we go. And our national anthem. Also, Coach Dance, the other night, got rewarded for his win down at the Sophie Classic. His 116th win passes Tom Berry, the all-time leader in coaching the Blue Devil Gals. So congratulations to Brad Dance on that victory. We had a chance to mention it, but we didn't have a chance in the postgame. And I did mention it in the pregame. I think tonight I mentioned it with Coach. If not, we'll give another shout out. The Rocks coming in here at 16-3. More importantly, they're in the top of the conference there with Moline.
Well, yeah, Moline beat them. So, I think we have another game at Rocky. So, definitely the cream of the crop, the Western Big Six. And we looked at them at the beginning of the year going, yeah, they're going to be very good.
Indeed, very talented. They've got their jerseys off, but I can pretty well tell you who does start here. Jeremiah Jamison, he'll wear number 0. Arthur Abbey, the transfer from Rocky, wears number 1. We for sure are going to have Lawson Zulu in there, number 3, and Devin Marshall, number 4. And I can't remember if they started, I think they started Arias Morgan, number 5, the tall guy, but we'll double check that in a second here. They've got some scores, and we joke about Zulu, Bravo, Tango, all those terminologies for the, when he's out there shooting, that's what I feel like. We're getting bombed.
They want to get up and down the floor. They've got 3 A-plus guards that are going to run up and down the floor and get open looks early, knock down the looks. We got to be good on transition defense, making sure that we, don't give up too many offensive rebounds, and hopefully keep this game, slow it down. Keep it in the mid-50s, high 50s, low 60s, for us to have a chance to be successful in this game.
That means playing some good defense against a very talented team. And after last weekend, we had a gut check. Didn't get a chance to talk to Coach about how the week went in practice. But it had to be a good week because it was a full week to work on everything that, and again, I've heard people talking about, they only scored 17 points. Now, that is tough. But again, we're playing a seasoned team in the Western Big Six with a young freshman squad still.
Well, let's take care of the basketball. People we have handling the ball average 3, 4, 5 turnovers per game the last 3-4 times we've seen them. Can't do that. And, Rocky's going to be one of those pressure man-to-man, getting after you. So, big part of this game is going to be take care of the basketball, being patient, and if we do that, not try to get into the running game. With this team, gosh, we beat Galesburg here. We didn't think that was going to happen either. So
this would be a very big win here.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a tough one. You have to play almost perfect for 32 minutes. Ben Shelp getting the team ready. He is our Devil. And I did get a note here earlier. Kenai must have played in the first game, Coach. And in that first game, the freshmen played, or the sophomores played over in the other gym.
Yep.
And Rocky Southmore's won 46-24. Kenai Humphrey had 11 points, so good chance him getting some playing time. He got a little more early over here in the varsity and hasn't seen as much, so play, change your uniform, get over here in case we need you.
It comes down to, who takes care of the basketball. Should be handling the basketball out front. You got 3 or 4 guys, having 4 or 5 turnovers a game. That ain't going to work. You got to find who's going to be your point guard, not turn the ball over and run the offense.
Now for the Blue Devils. Of course, the Rocks are in their road red, trimmed in white and yellow. Blue Devils, they'll start the senior, Avion Tate. He wears number 5. Our freshman point guard, number 10, Parker Douglas. Number 20, Jewels Clausel. Tim Griffith, the freshman, number 32. And in the middle, Brendan Lepper, 6'7", number 54. Devers are coached by Andy Douglas, assisted Bruce Bonas.
That's where I think we have an advantage. If we can get Lep the ball, in good positions, whether it be on the block, top of the key, elbows, and let him turn and, shoot the ball and get good looks. I think that'll be a plus, for them offensively tonight.
The rest of our staff, Coach Brown, Ryan Brown, and also Coach Obert. I was in the middle of there watching something, and Coach had a point.
What about Coach Bonas?
Huh? Yeah, I had him first. I had Bonas along.
Okay, all right.
Got him in there, and then I kind of drew a blank because I was thinking of Jada Brown instead of Ryan Brown because Jada was a load. We're ready here. It's game time, folks. Devs will be working into your living room. Tate's in the center circle. On the other side, Devin Marshall for the Rocks. Tips up. Rocks with the opening tip. They'll have the basketball.
I love Marshall in this game.
Clausel makes the first tip on a pass to the wing. So good hands there. 2-3 coming from the Devils. Although now it will look like the 1-2-2 with Clausel at the point. But I think it's a 2-3, Coach.
Yeah.
Clausel and Douglas up high. Lepper's down low with Griffith on his left. Tate on his right. Stretched out a little bit. Watching for those threes, obviously. Back to the top of the key. Faking the shot with Zulu.
Stay on the ground.
Ball got out to the right corner, though. Tipped away, but losing the handle was Marshall. So the Devils come out aggressive in the first series on defense and get a turnover.
Well, this is where I thought they should be playing, putting Lep in the middle, keeping him around, the basket to get the rebounds, pass it out, and then, go from there.
Man-to-man as Abby will pick up Clausel. Abby the top of the key to Lep. He'll go right side to Griffith. Tate's posting up. Zulu down low.
Well,
but Zulu's
not
good
really.
athlete. Had his arm up there. Now Lepper's up there for the lob.
Oh.
Just a little long, and there was no help weak side until Zulu came over. And Griffith on the other end gets the steal for the Devils. Outlet down the left side, Clausel skips it right side. Tate dribbles, shoots, no good. Inside, ball hits the floor. And on the rebound,
first foul.
We're pushing guys off of the pile there. I understand you're trying to get to your man and help him up, but Jones pushed Lepper to get to his man. Did they call Lep on that foul inside when they hit the floor? I thought that was just a good loose ball. Let the guys go after the basketball. First foul of the game will go against Lepp. Still haven't get up on the board.
Well, he kind of did a little body action on there, but then the extracurricular activity, pushing him off of it.
He gave it to Tate, actually, so Avion's got the first foul of the ball game. We played a minute and 15. Left-hand three, good. And that's Jamison from out high, hits the first points of the game, rocks up 3-0.
Rock Island on a 1-2-2 3/4 court.
Clausell beats it. Douglas across the timeline, back to Clausell.
We got to take care of the basketball.
Right side, Douglas gets a screen. Back to Clausell. Jewels inside to Tate. Tate made a spin. You had 3 rocks all over him. Does get it out to Lepp. Take the shot, Lepp. He was at the elbow. From the right side, Clausell's three, no good. Weak side rebound, Jamison. Boy, they converge, the guards. In the transition, left corner. All the way out here to the right side, Marshall. Marshall for 3. No good. Lepp gets the rebound. Quickly outlet to Clausell, down court to Tate in the half-court set. Avion will reset with Clausell. We played 2 minutes here. First quarter action. Devils down 3-0 in this one.
Oh, terrible pass.
Out front, I think Tate was trying to say he was fouled, but the pass got in, shot no good, rebounded inside. Parker Douglas, the guard down there. Griffith down court. Griffith, a good pass, but maybe a little low, but Jewels was so worried about taking the shot, he didn't look it in first and lost the handle. It was down around the knees, but you got to be able to catch that ball. And that was a good job getting it.
If it hits you in the hands, you got to catch it.
You got it. If it hits you in the knees, your hand should have been there. And Tate's going to commit his second foul, I believe, and we're out 30 feet from the basket with that foul. Coach Douglas out there in his white sleeves with the blue sleeveless blazer-type pullover. That might all be one unit. Off on the left side, that's Thomas. Avion Thomas came in, back to the top, and Jamison hits another 3.
Clausell's got to get out there and challenge that shot. Oh, terrible
Cross-court pass, Zulu with the steal. Zulu all the way to the basket. Zulu with the score. And I figured we get a timeout there. The first 8 points of the ball game by the Rocks.
Well, and they got Principia with the 8. We know it's Rock Island here.
What's that? Oh, it was still up there? I did see that briefly there, Coach. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. I'll tell you, early in the game, it was the Mecca Mobile Studio. Sleep tight, better bed, less money. Quincy, Jacksonville, that's sleep tight. Midwest.com. Tough start here, 8-0. Thank you for Coach Dan's coming up quickly there in the post game that we got him wrapped up before we jumped over here to the pregame of this show. Actually, we got him in the pregame of this show, excuse me. So if you want to catch the postgame of the girls' game, you have to come to the pregame of this game. Is that easy to follow, Coach? Easy.
I guess.
We'll throw breadcrumbs to get you be able to find your way. Griffin in the backcourt, gets it across Tate in the front. Beeston's in the ball game now. Parker Douglas took a seat. Clausell got Zulu on him. Left side, Tim Griffith.
Too much dribbling.
Tim lost the handle on the ball. Here go the Rocks the other way. Up, under, no good. Tate with a big, strong rebound. Also coming down was Eris Morgan. Jump ball. We lost the opening jump. And Coach Polite says, it is Polite, isn't it? I always want to say polite. We've done both. He's a nice guy, but he told his bench, when you get that ball, you got to get it up here and move the ball.
Got to chin it and rotate.
Yep, and I think that's exactly what he was saying, Coach.
People will get out the way. If they don't, they'll catch an elbow in the chin, then they'll get out the way next time.
Exactly. That just reminded me of Chuck Verderber. Across the timeline, Clausell has it, top of the key.
Once again, the Rocky pressure is unbelievable. I can see why they're scoring 72 a game, because they put the pressure on, then they go the other way. Left's got to watch throwing the elbows.
So they call him inside. It wasn't on an offensive pick. It was on, you said moving the elbow there, Coach?
Well,
trying to get big. Coach Douglas is saying, hey, he's got a guy reaching around him here. First foul on Lepp, third on the Devils. Inside. Taking
easy.
it 3 guys.
Way too easy.
That was Marshall in there for that basket. 10-0, Rocks with the lead. Tim Griffith, strong to the basket. First foul on the Rock side will go against Jamison. And Tim Griffith will head to the line to shoot 2.
We definitely do not want to get in a running game with these guys because they're up and down. And that time we're, 1-on-2 going to the basket, got fouled, but you don't want to do that.
And they're up and down the court. They're not.
God.
They're not up and down like peaks and valleys.
They're
just up and down on one speed.
Yeah, they've got 3 or 4 dudes that can take the ball, rebound, go down and score on a layup. So, you got to slow the pace down here a little bit.
Evan Ellis checks in, number 15 for the Rocks.
10 points in the first 4 minutes. They're on a 20-point quarter.
Jamison goes out as Tim Griffith gets the first bucket or the first free throw for the Devils, breaks into that 10-point run. Devils back in the 1-2-2. Check it, 2-3. I'm so used to the 1-2-2. Cosell at the point with Beeston. Down low, it's got Parker Douglas on one side, Griffith on the other side of Lepper.
Well, you got Lepp too far underneath the basket. He's got to be up closer to the WBS, about 10 foot away from the basket.
Tipping the ball away as Cosell tried to go inside. Beeston got it to Griffith. Tim, a spin move. But he spun the wrong way, and he spun
foul
into traffic, and Tim brought it to the defense. They blocked the shot. He had a good move. It just was the wrong way to spin. And now Lepp gets called on his second foul, team foul number 4.
Well, once again, 1-on-2, pull it back out. Pace is not Blue Devil pace right now.
If you got a 1-on-1 and a lane, go. But like you just said, 1-on-2 and maybe a third guy was coming down.
Yep.
Thomas Woodson Jr. checks in for Lepp with 2 fouls now with 3:25 left in the first quarter. Well, you can't leave him there the whole game, so just let him. If he's going to burn 5 fouls, let him burn them, right? I don't think it's going to bring back any points later in the game. We got a foul on the Devils on a drive.
Better on-ball defense. Especially if you're in a 2-3 and you're matching up. Got to keep the guy in front of you. Now, I know it's tough with this guard group keeping them in front, but you got to have your weak side help too, or your bottom row help.
Woodson Jr. got called for the foul as he just got in the ball game. Devin Marshall is at the line. He makes the first free throw. They got a lot of weapons on this team.
Oh, my goodness.
And they move up and down the court. They didn't really need Abby.
And you think about Zulu, you think about Abby as the 2 big ones. I think Marshall might be the best of the group.
Yeah. And then you got Morgan, who transferred in at 6'7". Devils in the backcourt down 12-1, 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Parker Douglas down in the corner. Woodson fires a 3. No good. Beeston tips it out. But tracking it down was Abbey. Arthur Abbey through the legs to the basket. Got a little bump. Goes up. Weak side, though. And Morgan was there. And that's what you do when you've got a guy like Morgan. You throw the ball up and you hope he goes and gets it, and he did.
Well, way too fast on the offensive end here. One pass and launch a 3. We weren't ready for it. No paint touches.
And we didn't have the rebounding back on the other side. Beeston tried to get alive. Avery finds it to Cosell in the corner. Jewels hits the 3-pointer from the left corner. Good job by Avery drawing the defense to him. Brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road, your project planner, woodmartbuildingcenter.com.
It should be matched up. We got 2 of them out there chasing.
Oh, great help by Woodson on that play. A block shot, unless they call this on Douglas. I think they might have. They did, Parker Douglas. I can't argue with that. It was a block shot. It was a little delayed. Woodson blocked the shot. It was a great pass from out high, straight through our zone to the block, but Woodson got there to block the shot.
Well, and when you're playing a 2-3 zone, you got to match up. We got 2 guys running out to the wing, guarding somebody. No communication. No communication at all, because you should have one there, one should bump down, and then rotate around and stay matched up. We had 2 guys out there trying to guard the wing.
And that's why it went right in, straight into him.
Yeah, oh yeah. The little things.
0 for 2 for Ellis on the line. I thought one of them went in. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Devils down 14-4. Beeston picks it up. Can't do that. Cosell tries to lob it in, but you got to get it over Morgan. Woodson had the weak side because there was nobody. Transition the other way. Abbey misses the double pump inside. Marshall got it. Woodson comes flying in to block a shot. I think Beeston had him down low. And then a 3-pointer way out there. Zulu.
He's a player. I want to see him at the next level.
I just like Zulu.
Get him stronger. Gosh, The way he handles the ball, the way he shoots.
And a name like Lawson Zulu from bombing from outside. 1:20 left in the quarter. Devils find themselves down 13. Oh, and a good cut to the basket. Avery Beeston on the overplay. Beeston got the basket. Douglas saw him.
Well, you could do that against this man because they're out in your face.
Overplaying everything.
Oh.
Shot was no good. Bounced out. Zulu's shot. Rebounded Parker Douglas. In transition, Tim Griffith from the left corner. Rolls in, rolls out. Devils, nobody hitting the offensive board on that one because you don't want to get beat down court.
Quick shot.
Yep. 45 seconds left in the first quarter.
Quick shot, no paint touch.
From the right side to the left side, three-pointer, shot no good. Parker Douglas comes away with the rebound on Abby's missed shot. Clausell down to the right corner, Beeston. He turns and pulls up right away. Comes up short on the shot. He had Morgan coming out, but he had time. To the basket. Oh, and I thought a partial block shot, but Arthur Abbey all the way to the hole for the score.
Well, the thing I look at, we had 3 Blue Devils on the other side of half court while they're shooting the layup. Can't have that.
Down to 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Parker Douglas in traffic, tries to go up.
1-on-4.
Jump ball as Marshall, check that. Ellis reaches in and grabs it. It will go back alternate possession for the last 6.7 seconds of the quarter. And it'll end up in the Rock's hands. Wilson Freiberg checks in, as well as Kenai Humphrey. Clausell, Woodson Jr., and Griffith stay in the ball game. Last shot of the quarter should come from the Rocks. Picking the ball up at half court was Zulu. Zulu, crossover, Zulu. Lost the handle of the ball. Kenai has it. Half court shot. Oh, off the back of the glass. Kenai comes in for a couple seconds. Almost with a little excitement in the quarter. We're through one quarter. A very powerful Rock Island Rocks 19, the Quincy High Blue Devils 6. Back with the second quarter action here on MegaSportsCo.com.
Brian Harms, I'll bet you got a lot of people asking for fish sandwiches this time of the year.
You bet. Isn't that great? It is that time of year. People always love our fish sandwiches, and they're with tartar sauce and lettuce. You can get that any day of the week. We got the beer battered Alaskan pollock back. I'm back from Alaska. We caught all kinds of them.
And what kind of fish are those?
Pollock. Pollock.
And you've got a special deal going on. 2 fish sandwiches for just $7. Right now at Hardee's, 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Back here at Blue Devil Gymnasium, 1 quarter in the books. 19 for the Rocks, 6 for the Devils. Many weapons for the Rocks. Lots of defense all over for the Rocks, and it puts a lot of pressure. I don't care if you're a seasoned team or if you're a young team, it puts a lot of pressure on you when they come out after you.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, and this is the Rocks pace they want to play at. You know, at coming in averaging 72 a game, they won 20 every quarter, and they damn near got it this time, but we helped them out quite a bit. You know, and not getting in our positions, turn the ball over, you know, for the quick, easy, you know, looks going the other way.
Coach Mark styling and profiling down at the end of the bench now. Devils will get to start the second quarter. Humphrey, Freiberg, Griffith, Woodson Jr., and Clausell for the Devils. On the other side, Jamison out playing man-to-man at the point. Staying in the game. Jones was in there for a moment. New guy in there this time. Devin Marshall stays in. Abby's in there. And Eris Morgan, the big guy. Right side, Clausell starts the drive. Oh, and a good pass inside. Woodson, good handle, as we'll give the assist to Clausell. And the key there, Woodson caught the ball high and kept it high.
Well, and if you watch Rock Island on the defensive end, their guard was fronting. You know, Woodson down underneath there and got around him 2-3 times. You know, we had to work the ball around, you know, to get the shot.
Ball goes inside, comes back out, top of the key. Zulu shot no good. Kenai gets the rebound. Kenai in transition, but takes it away. Zulu in the mid dribble. Zulu to the hole, up, under, no good. Rebounded by Jamison for the Rocks. He finds Morgan coming down as a trailer. Morgan has it blocked by Woodson Jr. Here comes Humphrey. Clausell has it blocked and then saving the ball. But luckily for the Devils, Jones threw it off of Humphrey, but he was standing on the line.
Well, Humphrey caught it and threw it back off of him.
Oh, did he get off there?
Yeah.
Because I thought he called him on stepping on the line before he even got there. But either way, Devils basketball was 6:44 as Morgan takes a break for the Rocks.
Well, need a bucket here. Start chipping away at this lead.
Humphrey will trigger the box out of bounds play. Woodson Jr., Freiberg on the low block. Griffith and Classell on the high.
Got to throw it in.
Throw it into a triple team. Luckily, it got tipped to Kanai. Devils kept the basketball.
Not a good decision.
Freiberg out there 30 feet from the basket. Foul inside. And they're going to call Jones on the foul inside. So the first foul of the second quarter goes against the Rocks with 6:35 left in the half. Jones turns to coach and goes, what happened? Coach
Woodson working hard down there on the block. Got the foul.
From the corner, shot no good. Weak side rebound, Rocks. Arthur Abbey all the way down to the left on the lob. Zulu kept it in play. Got the ball to Marshall. Just so many weapons. Good pass interior right in front of the basket. Almost a good back door, but the Devils get their hands on it. And Classell gets, I believe, Zulu to commit the foul. For Zulu, it's his first. Second team foul on the Rocks. Devils with 0 in the second quarter. That's fouls. Griffith and Clausell along with Humphrey in the backcourt. Freiberg and Woodson Jr. You know, Thomas put a little meat on them bones. He's got some nice height. Didn't realize how thin he was. 6'6", though. And Abbey commits the foul 30 feet from the basket. Third foul on the Rocks. That's one key if the Devils can get to the free throw line and hit their free throws.
They haven't done that very well, though, this year.
We picked it up in the last few games. But a bad pass in, and Zulu steals the ball. Zulu goes down and scores. Just anticipating our pass, and it's lazy.
That's one of those bad turnovers.
And now Zulu makes contact. Luckily, Griffith picks it up. Woodson, good double pump, maybe a triple pump from Woodson, gets the basket.
Maybe a travel, too, but we'll let him go there.
That was in between the double and triple pumps. Hit left side, Zulu on the little floater, no good. Woodson tips it out to Classell. Jewels down court to Freiberg. Freiberg goes in strong, and Freiberg is fouled. Jamison, his fourth foul against the Rocks in this quarter with 5:28, and Freiberg to the line to shoot 2. That is one way with dead ball points in the first half for us to get back in this thing. Keep taking it to them because the rest of the quarter, we're shooting.
But much better job. First 2.5 minutes of the second period, we've only given them 2 points. That's more the pace we want to play at. You know what I mean? Because, they just came out and started running, and there was no opposition.
We ran with them, exactly.
Well, we tried to run with them. Doing a much better job offensively and defensively here this quarter.
Freiberg comes in with 2 free throws in a row. Devils lead this quarter 6-2. Always look for the positive. 5:22 left in the half.
Well, see, one of them's got to come out and guard. The other one's got to go back down. We got 2 people out there guarding 1 guy.
Jamison over to the right side to Marshall. Marshall behind the arc. Tries to go into a double team. Taking the ball away was Woodson Jr. Gets it out to Humphrey. Kanai with a spin move at half court. Kanai all the way to the hole. Kanai misses it, but there's Woodson Jr. for the tip. Nice job, Thomas. Devils on a 6-point run. This is what you need, a little excitement and a little enthusiasm, and then to build that momentum a little bit. Woodson comes flying out at Marshall, misses.
Well, see, you shouldn't have Woodson flying out to the corner. That's got to be the bottom guy.
Devils, though, take it down court. Jewels Classell to the basket with a double pump. We might have a technical on Classell, which would be kind of a quick one. By the way, did they remind him this is a shootout? You play physical, and you allow some play, and forget, he came down, he got excited, he made the basket, he might have turned and yelled. Whether he's yelling to himself, to his teammates, or the other team, I really don't care. But the problem is, in this day and age, they're going to whistle you for it. So, Devils, though, it'd be Classell's first. Now, do they go down and shoot and then give him the ball, which I assume so?
Yep.
More importantly, Devils are on a 10-2 run in this quarter, and they're on a run right now of 8 straight points. Now, flashback to Moline, third quarter, 10 straight points, and then wham, here come Moline right back at us. So you cannot get too high or ever too low. So you've got this good little run now, get refocused and back out there.
Well, yeah, especially against this explosive team, you know, with the guards, with Zulu, with and Marshall hasn't even stepped up or done anything yet.
Yeah, bucketing the 2 free throws. Now he's at the free throw line as he'll shoot with 4:35 left in the first half. Marshall's first one rolls in and out, so it's almost like calling a dunker hanging on the rim. It's a shootout. It's not. Marshall's second one is good. Marshall 3 for 4 on the night from the charity stripe. That'll break that 8-point run for the Blue Devils. But still some excitement here as it's a 22-16, 6-point deficit now with 4:35 left in the first half.
Well, once again, this is Blue Devil pace.
Devils back in that 2-3. Humphrey and Clausell at the point. Woodson Jr. in the middle with Griffith on one side and Freiberg on the other. So we got a little more height on that back line.
Gotta stay matched.
Abbey goes left side. The southpaw from the left. Shot no good. Long rebound, Kanai. Jamison took the shot. Clausell brings it out to the front. Kanai on the right side. High post is Woodson. He's going to flash over now and get on the block. Freiberg, though, is going to go to the heart of the hole. Good move by Freiberg. Just didn't get it on the board, and it went right on the back of the rim.
Well, that's one of those gimmies that we talk about at the end of the game right there.
We saw him dunk that ball last time. I wouldn't have minded him trying to go up and dunk it. But at least put it on the glass is what I like to see.
Stay matched.
Morgan in the high post. We're sealing on him. Oh, Woodson does a great job as Abbey comes down the lane. Woodson with another block shot. Thomas, great block shots, but he's got to stop swinging it so much. Humphrey goes through a double team, and he doesn't get a call on the trip. Usually you get that cheap call. Freiberg has to foul. For Wilson, it's his first. Devils first in the second half. Normally when you split 2 guys and you trip, even though they might not have fouled, and it might have just been an incidental trip, you usually get that call, especially when you're at home.
Well, and once again, we're 4.5 minutes in. They've got 2 points. Yeah, once again, Blue Devil pace.
Marshall makes another free throw. Screen out here for the Devils.
And part of their points was the technical where he made 1 out of 2.
Exactly. Marshall's second one is good. He is 5 out of 6 on the night. 3 straight free throws. Makes it an 8-point game, 24-16. 3:20 left.
I mean, they're man-to-man full court. Get away.
And Clausell's getting double teamed there, so somebody's got to be open.
Yeah, get away. You know, we've got people, you know, 2-1-2 attacking it. Get away, get down the floor. Let your point guard bring it up, not turn it over, get into the offense.
Humphrey had it knocked away by Zulu. Zulu, a lot of times, will get around you and get that ball before it goes out of bounds.
Oh, yeah.
Devils got lucky on that one. Abbey's got Clausell across the timeline. Pass over here. Luckily, Freiberg was backing up Griffith and got the ball. Freiberg leaning with that stiff arm. He's got to watch that. Oh, he's got a foul here. Oh, hold on here. He's got to travel, but the guy down low had a foul that might have created the travel.
I think Coach called a timeout because we were a little bit discombobulated on that one.
2:56 left in the first half. Devils are down right now. 24-16. We're back with Blue Devil basketball right here in MeccaSportsCo.com.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Welcome back to Blue Devil Gymnasium. Timeout taken with 2:56 left in the first half. Devils much better here in the second quarter. Down by 13, 19-6 after 1. Devils went on that nice 8-point run, but 10-2 to start the quarter off. We've given 3 free throws back, but still single digits, 8-point deficit.
Well, you know, once again, take care of the basketball, doing a much better job on the defensive end, not giving up the offensive glass, you know, has helped the Blue Devils get back into this game.
Mountain Dew break here for me. Ah, that was really good. Tickles your innards.
Thank you, Pepsi.
Yes, indeed. Kanai picked the ball up. Nice, better shoot it. Woodson comes out to help. Oh, and a zip pass inside. Woodson gets the assist. Griffith gets the reverse layup. Nice play. Coming out of a play where we were going to get a 5-second call or a turnover.
Well, once again, good job passing around, being patient.
Oh, ball inside. Marshall got it point blank on the left block. He made a little reverse right block. Squared up his shoulders real nice for that shot.
Now see, look at us. They're going man, and we're going 2-1-2, and then they trap.
Humphrey out to Woodson. Little 12-footer. No good. Rolls out.
Turn around.
Long pass. Marshall. And Marshall takes it from the left side to the right. First of all, the ball shouldn't have got there, and it's a 4-point run.
Woodson's got to run back a little faster, a little harder.
Griffith into Woodson. Woodson turns, faces up. Woodson, jump ball. Woodson with the ball up that high. He got double teamed. Really had nowhere to go because he'd go back to the corner, but problem is Morgan was right there.
Catch it, sweep it low, shot fake it, and then go. We caught it and immediately just tried to do something.
Well, I think he faced up thinking he was going to have a shot, and then immediately the double team came. Morgan came in too, and then he was stuck. Inside 2 minutes. Devils got it within 10, still is 10. So we need to have a good stand here on defense, come down and get a good score. Long shot, Jamison, and Jamison fires from way downtown off the left side.
And that is second one.
Third one.
Third one, okay.
Hit too early in the ball game to start the game off. Devils now back down by 13. In the half-court set, Griffith to the hole. And 2 shots. Morgan was trying to take a little body, but didn't slide over. For Griffith, it's been nice to get that one to drop in. They're always nice when they drop in.
Good strong move to the hole.
It's the 5th foul also on the Rocks for the last 124. If we can get a foul on the Rocks, we'll head to the line to shoot 2. First one off the back of the iron. And we've talked about free throws and not let get in our head, our brain get in the way, and that comes in a lot of different, not just free throws, and we've struggled a little bit. We did have a couple good games where we mentioned to coach that we actually were shooting good. I think 20 for 31 games, 6 for 8 another one. Missed both those. Woodson was up for the rebound. Straightening him out just a little bit was Jones. Didn't commit the foul on the back though. Devils did not get a score out of that one. Approaching 1 minute left, goes into the left corner. Quickly back out to Zulu to the top of the key and to the right side. 4 on the perimeter. Actually, you've got 1 working the baseline. Now on the right wing.
We got Marshall working in the post.
Yep, in and out.
Now he steps out.
Offense goes left side. Long 3-pointer. Abbey misses. Woodson Jr. gets the rebound. Devils down the left side. We'll reset with Griffith. Back to the left to Classell. He's got Abbey on him. Pick your head up, Jules, so you can see. Parker at the top. Starts the drive. Jewels. They had it already covered over here on this side. Skipped all the way to the other side. Tate gets it, knocks it out, but Marshall gets it. Easy layup on the other end. And that's Jones.
Way too much dribbling on the offensive end.
Yeah,
make the pass.
We had to make a pass clear across court.
See,
in
they're
traffic.
They're in man, and we're 2-on-2 attacking it.
Classell getting through 2 guys. To Parker Douglas in the right corner. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Griffith looking inside. Trying to go into Woodson Jr. There it is. Parker into Woodson. Woodson, nice little there with his back. Reverse layup. Give the assist to Parker Douglas. So a quick look there. Not a bad quarter. We got it within 6, 24-18. And then a 9-point run by the Rocks. Devils get the last points of the first half. 33-20 at half.
Well, we're treading water. 19-6 after 1, down by 13. 33-20, down by 13.
So
we're kind of treading water. I mean, came out good, at the start, but we didn't finish it up.
And we played the Rocks at least even in the second quarter, and that's a positive, even though we did give them a 9-point run towards the end, and we were winning that quarter quite well. We were at basically 12-5 before they got that run. Hey, it's halftime. We'll take a break, come back here, talk about what's happening. We'll talk about the Western Big Six standings as well on this night and who else is playing. As halftime, the Devils find themselves down 33 for the Rocks, 20 for the Devils on mechasportsco.com.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the dew.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight.
Back at Blue Devil Gymnasium, halftime. We had a shot made from
half court.
We'll have to figure out what they won on that one, but good stuff there, Coach. Lost my train of thought. That's right, we're back at the Mecca Mobile Studio. Brought to you by Sleep Tight, better bed, less money. Sleep Tight, Quincy and Jacksonville. SleepTightMidwest.com. So was there a free throw, a layup, a free throw, and a
free throw, three-pointer, and then half-court shot? And he did it with 7.5 seconds to spare.
Good stuff out there. Trying to check who the sponsor was of that. Over there at the girls' games, it's usually 8 open for a smash burger. Let's look around at the conference on this 23rd of January. Hey, by the way, happy birthday to Jill Wolfmeyer, Niederhauser now. Her birthday, I think she's in the 60s with us, one step over it. So seems like there's somebody else that had a birthday today too. I'll see if I can find that note here. Of course, we've got Rocky here tonight. Moline, East Moline. So the battle for Moline tonight at Wharton Fieldhouse. Geneseo hosting Sterling tonight, and Galesburg is hosting Alleman. Right now the standings in the conference: Moline 7-0, Rocky 6-1, East Moline 5-2. So you got the three up there at the top. Galesburg's 3-4, Geneseo, Sterling, and Quincy all 2-5, and Alleman's 1-6. So Geneseo is back here next Tuesday for the Devils. So that would be an opportunity. We lost that game up there in a game earlier in the season. That was one got away before. And again, that was mix and matching bodies, and they were just starting to learn to play. They're still learning to play together throughout the whole season. So that'll give an opportunity for the Devils maybe to get one there against Geneseo next week on Tuesday, and then the girls will be up there on Thursday, unless we have snow on Tuesday and we get a doubleheader like we did. That was a nice doubleheader up there when you can play on the road and have the girls and boys both play on the same night, not have to make 2 trips up there, as we make 14 trips for the most part.
Well, kind of like we did tonight. Girls started, then the boys. It's very nice.
Yep. Most of those nights, though, you're going to find that the boys and girls programs in the Western Big Six, they want their sophomore game, and they want it before their varsity. So you're probably not going to get ever a girls-boys like in Missouri, where you have the girls and boys on both sides. Hey, we're going to take a quick break as you're watching the Pom-Pom squad out here. Devils are down at half. It's Blue Devil basketball on mechasportsco.com.
Brian Harms, I'll bet you got a lot of people asking for fish sandwiches this time of the year.
You bet. Isn't that great? It is that time of year. People always love our fish sandwiches, and they're with tartar sauce and lettuce. You can get that any day of the week. We got the beer battered Alaskan pollock back. I'm back from Alaska. We caught all kinds of them.
And what kind of fish are those?
Pollock. Pollock.
And you've got a special deal going on. 2 fish sandwiches for just $7. Right now at Hardee's, 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
And a shout out from our 6th Street Promenade businesses. That would be 8 Open, a Southern Kitchen, 6-0 in Main Quincy. Sandwichers, signatures, all the great stuff. Open Wednesday now through Friday, 11 to 8, Saturdays, noon to 9. And across the street at 121 North 6, that's Atlas Slice. They're open Thursday and Fridays 4 to 9, Saturday noon to 9. Chef-driven craft pizzas and wings on an open flame, high heat oven. That's the 6th Street Promenade businesses, the 8th Open, a Southern Kitchen, and also Atlas Slice, 121 North 6, both right down at the Promenade in Quincy. Wellman and Pettit here at halftime. As we look at this one, Devils are down 33-20. Rock scored the first 10 points of the ball game. Devils got a free throw. Rocks would put 4 more up. It was 14-1. So at the quarter, being down 19-6, you go, oh my, this is going to be a long one. Devils, though, come out with the first basket in the second quarter, give up a basket to Rocks, so it's 2-2. But then Devils score 8 straight points, get it within 5, 21-16. It was still within 6, 24-18, before the Rocks ran off 9 straight points, built a 15-point lead, back to 13 after the Devils scored. So Devils scored even, played even with them in the second quarter.
Well, once again, we had that good run, got it to within 6. Then we started losing the handle on the ball, and let Rocky go back down, get easy looks at the basket on their transition offense. We can't do that. We got to play, one of my, keys to the game was you got to play every possession, and try to play 32 minutes. I thought we did good the first half of the second quarter. First quarter was bad. First half of the second quarter was good. Second half of the second quarter, not so good, more like the first quarter. We got to be able to put together quarters at a time, possessions at a time, offensively and defensively.
And it's tough when you play good teams like this to make every possession work, because on offense especially, because they're so aggressive on defense and they've got so many bodies at you. We talk about, maybe the Panthers in the first game against the Devils, girls. They had a lot of guards out there and one big girl inside. This team, a lot of good guards. Instead of taking it to the hole most times, they can hit from outside, but they've got a good first step as well. And then you got Morgan, who's 6'7" in there. But, he doesn't have to be the main rebounder.
No.
These guys get after it inside, rebounding-wise. Marshall does, Zulu as well. So you have to really, as you've said, Coach, many times here, we've got to play every possession on both ends of the ball and try to put, really you got to put together 4 good minutes to put on 8 good minutes to put on 16 before we can ever get to that 32.
Well, once again, we're looking at this going, okay, 24-18, at 3 minutes to go, in the second quarter, we've brought the pace back down to where we need to be, in the 50 range. And then they go on that 9-point run, get it up to 33-20. They're back up where they need to be, 66 to, mid-60s to 70, is where they usually play at.
Devils getting ready for the second half. They're still in there talking, so Coach is working on this one. He wants that one last word here to make sure they understand what's up here. We'll take a quick break. When we return, the second half of Blue Devil basketball against the Rocks, right here at Blue Devil Gymnasium and on MeccaSportsCo.com.
This stream is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecca Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit MeccaSportsCo.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
Back at halftime, Wellman and Pettit, and Coach has made a good point. Woodson came in, did a nice job. He's got 8 points. Was good around the basket, was trying to block shots and all that. Layla Gay going by us there. Didn't recognize who it was until she waved out there. And but Lep's been out. Brendan's been out most of the half. I think it was like 3 minutes or so left in the first quarter.
Yeah, he got a couple quick fouls, and they put him on the bench. And, Woodson came in great. Love to see both of them together, especially Lep in the middle. Woodson on the wing, going out and challenging the three-point shot and then coming in and rebounding. Might be a good combination.
And with that 2-3, Woodson and Griffith on both sides of Lepper, that's a good back line.
Yeah,
and when Freiberg comes in to relieve anybody, it's a lot better back line than when we have to shove Parker Douglas down from the point guard spot.
Yep, and I think this 2-3, And I said earlier in the year, this might be the defense for this team, and you've got to figure it out because man definitely isn't. The 1-2-2, running left to the corner, that's tough because you're taking away your best rebounder. You keep him down around the basket, but I think he's a little bit too far underneath the basket. He should be to the B in the WB6, and then down to the blocks, on both sides, found the ball
basically
around.
working that triangle.
Yep, working
from both
that
blocks
triangle.
up there. So unlike the triangle you might see on the offensive side on a wing where you get the post, the wing, and the point, working that triangle offense there. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. That means we start in the second half off. Devils will have the basketball. It'll be Griffith, Classell, Douglas, Parker Douglas, Lepper, and Tate, the same way the Devils started it off. They'll get the basketball working to the other end. You always shoot at your opposite basket in the first half and then to your basket in the second. Some people could challenge that, by the way. On the other side, Abbey, Marshall. Checking out that. Jamison back in the ball game. I'm checking that the big guy inside. I think it was Jones standing there, and Jamison was the guard who came out hitting 3 threes. Tate drives to the basket, has his shot blocked, but it'll be the first foul of the second half. Foul was called against Zulu, his second foul. Jamison has 2. He got 2 in the first half. Tate to go to the line to shoot 2.
Once again, everything's off the dribble. You know what I mean? You pass the ball against a good man defense and move it from side to side, then seal underneath, you're going to get good open looks. We got too many dribbles, against this talented Rock Island team.
Avion makes the first free throw. Second one goes off right, so the first points of the third quarter go to the Devils. Back on defense now in that 2-3. Parker Douglas and Classell up high. Lepper's in the middle with Tate on his right and Griffith on his left. That means Jamison's going to work the baseline. Pass to the left side, 3-pointer. Good job by Griffith knocking that ball away to Lepper. Classell all the way to the basket. Jewels wanted to get to that left side where he shoots. Missed 2 layups in there. Had the right side, but for some reason he cut in front of the defense to get back to the left. He is left-handed. 2 opportunities there in the first 1 minute of this one. Abbey with the basketball, Jamison on the left. High post is Marshall now. Bounce it into Marshall. Marshall kicks it out here to Jamison with the left. 3-pointer, no good. Griffith, a great job on the rebound. Marshall won't argue because Marshall realizes I could have been called for the foul on the back. So I will go ahead and let you have that one. Tate to the middle of the court to Classell. Trying to do a one-hand pass with the dribble. Lost the handle on it. And we had a 3-on-1. Marshall through. No good. Parker Douglas the rebound. Look down court. Right side Classell. Takes one dribble. Back out to Parker Douglas. Resets with 6:30 left in the third. Rock still playing man-to-man. Classell came out. Not far enough as Douglas fires that ball. I think Avery Beeston cost that halfway down the bench. Woodson Jr. back in the ball game. Tate got popped or something. Trying to catch his breath, so coach saw that. So we'll put Woodson Jr. down on the block with 2-3 with Lepp and Griffith. That's a nice front line on the back for defense. As long as you play good D and you rebound the ball. Back to the right side, that's Zulu. Zulu tried to go into Marshall. Marshall got it then. Everybody ran away from Marshall, and Marshall went right at Lepp to the hole. Not sure why we left him. We had him guarded pretty good. Classell, Jewels in the backcourt. Parker Douglas, too much dribbling in the backcourt. Now in the middle of the court, Griffith across the timeline. Tim all the way to the hole. Up, under, no good. Zulu gets the rebound. Don't know if he needed the up and under. Marshall goes hard to the hole, misses the shot from the baseline.
Tried to dunk it, didn't quite get up high enough.
Lepp got the rebound. Parker Douglas all the way down the court. Ball's in the corner. 3 Devils are back though, and here comes Abbey to the hole with a layup. Quick 2 baskets, make it 37-21. Back to 16 again. Quick timeout taken that time. Was that our timeout, Coach?
I believe so.
And with that, we'll take a quick one. Return. Blue Devil basketball. right here at mechasportsco.com.
This season on Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Yes, college football is back.
Our lives finally have meaning again.
After a really long offseason.
Look, our QB's on the draft slide.
Whoa!
Oh, he's going. To where? Not where he expected.
Everything will be questioned.
What is this place?
Don't they know it's Saturday?
Everything.
College football is changing.
The Dr. Pepper flavors, too.
It's all connected.
Fansville Season 8.
I don't think I've ever seen someone slide so far.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Back after the timeout, 5:35 left in the third. Devils down 37-21. With the basketball, too much dribbling. Woodson Jr. gets it in the backcourt.
Almost stepped out of bounds.
Parker Douglas across the court now. Oh, two good passes. Griffith got it inside, lost the handle, but then Tim stayed with it. And how did we work that ball down the court, Coach?
Passing.
You got it. Bouncing the inside. Left trying to reach down with Arias Gordon. Check that, Morgan.
Well, once again, if he's got somebody down there, he should be in front of him. Make him lob it, and then you should have weak side help.
Zulu's three, no good. Tipping the ball, and that was on the side. Morgan tipped it over to Marshall. Well, I thought it was Marshall. Actually, he tipped it over to Ellis. And Ellis got fouled from behind. I believe Tim Griffith committed the foul for Tim, his first foul, and the Devils' first in the third quarter. At the line, missing the first one, Ellis. By the way, Ellis missed both free throws in the first quarter. If we really have to put any more voodoo on him. 5:04 left, third quarter. And he made 1 out of 4. 38.
Looks like he's got a pretty good stroke, too.
Yeah, he does, actually. Looks a little like Marshall. Pass in the middle of the court, and we throw it over Parker Douglas's head. Good pass inside, Morgan. And that's what happens when a team gets the ball and beats you down the court. It's a 2-on-1 and a dunk.
Another bad.
There's a double dribble on
pass.
Zulu, and we don't call the double dribble. He lost the handle of the ball twice and moved with it when he dropped it. Devils lose it again. Wow, look at that. Devils lose it twice, then give Abby a 3. It's an 8-point run, unanswered out of the timeout.
Another turnover.
Throw it away again. Abby takes it away, gives it to Zulu. Why we didn't take a charge there once Abby came down and tried to make something happen, I'm not real sure. Timeout taken. Don't think there's an answer. With a 10-point run, down now 47-23. Back in the third quarter, mechasportsco.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Timeout taken by the Devils. Tell you what, the Devils have a great second quarter with that 8-point run, but they give up a 9-point run at the end to be down by 13 at the half, 33-20. Come out, we're down 37-23, so we're down 14, and we just give up a 10-point run, and it's make a mistake, throw the ball in, throw it away. Make a mistake, do it again. You can't let them compound. There we go, passing the ball, Griffith to Lepper. Lepper down the block, go strong to the hole, go strong to the hole. 3 seconds.
What?
Wow. Listen, the guy makes the move and then starts to go to the hole. There's no way there was a 3-second call. Lep just keep doing that. That official didn't even get down court yet. He had just gotten down court. There's a travel right there. Right side, Zulu. Goes down to the baseline, back to Zulu on the right wing. Devils in that 2-3. Kenai Humphreys in with Douglas at the point. Long three-pointer there. Abby.
See, we got Humphrey and Parker double teaming at the top of the key, and then they pass it over for a wide open 3.
Humphrey gets it
across.
across.
Got to stay matched.
Defense is all over. Knocking the ball away from Kenai 2 or 3 times. Kenai does get it to the basket. Lepper then. Lep was spending so much time pushing on one side, but he didn't have his hand up to grab the other one. Morgan commits his second foul. Second team foul against the Rocks. One against the Devils in this third quarter with 3:39 left in the quarter. Parker Douglas triggers it into Woodson Jr. Thomas back to the top to Humphrey. To the left side, Griffith. Nobody was on the weak side there, even though Abby was hanging out. So down to Lepp. There it is. Lepp went in strong, used his body, and put the ball in his left hand. That stops that 13-point run by the Rocks. Still a lot of ways to go for the Devils. Zulu from the left side comes up short. Boy, and the ball goes straight down at Douglas and Lepper. Rocks get it. And then Abbey comes out from outside, hits his third three of the third quarter. He's got 13 in this quarter, 15 for the game. In the backcourt to the middle of the court, Griffith zips it out there with a one-hand pass right through Woodson's hands. Might have been a little hard, might have been a little high, but it went through two hands.
Well, once again, when you got that ball in the middle, make them stop you. You know, I think he could have took that right straight to the basket and laid it at the front of the rim.
And he's done that before.
Yep.
Labby's going to fire again from outside. This one's a long rebound for Parker Douglas.
Go.
Jamison was just waiting there. And they'll take a lot more chances now. Kanai misses his shot. Inside, Woodson. Woodson goes up. Shot no good. Off the glass, off the iron. Woodson fighting in there. Oh, Morgan, now how about a technical there? We had a technical earlier for Classell spouting off. So it should be a tee. And I think the second official's coming in with it. Oh, they're not going to call a tee. Foul was on the Devils. Woodson, his second. Devils second. But after Morgan threw that ball down, after you call the cheap one on Classell earlier, call the technical. It ain't going to change the game. It's 53-25. Eris Morgan. Lepp didn't need to reach in. Lepp just needs to keep his body. He stopped Morgan to the basket.
Oh, yeah, move your feet.
Yep. Now wait for a guard to come down to help out if he puts that ball on the floor. No reason to reach in there. For Lepp, his third foul. Those are the cheap ones he doesn't need to get. Now, if you want to get a foul, foul him when he goes up for the shot. Weak side rebound, Tim Griffith. Has it knocked away by Abbey. Tips it to Jamison. Jamison hits it, have a chance. Griffith is going to commit his second foul. Too much dribbling. We don't have the dribblers on this team to match the defensive dribblers on the other side, defensive-wise. We've had more balls tipped away, and they're very, the Rocks are aggressive. Don't take anything away from them. They're a good ball team. We're finding out just what that's like. Jamison completes the three-pointer. That one was an and one. The other three have been from outside. 56-25. Devils, too much dribbling in the backcourt. Kanai does get across. Bounces it inside. Woodson Jr., good assist by Kanai that time. Woodson Jr. gets the basket. Inside 2 minutes, third quarter action. Beeston's in the game now with Kanai at the top of the key to the 2-3. Woodson on the right side of Lepp. Parker Douglas on the left side of Lepp.
Well, see, I don't like this defense with Parker Douglas down low.
Exactly. Ball goes inside to Morgan. Misses the shot. And there's your problem, too.
Well, and you got Lepper and Douglas out guarding the corner. Comes down, then the opposite side's got to come over. That ain't going to work. Got to stay matched in 2-3.
Called it on Kanai. I didn't know that Kanai was there. Maybe he snuck down from out high and made the foul. I thought Parker Douglas was going to get called on that one. For Humphrey, it's his first. Devils fifth, so last 1:32 of the quarter. We'll be shooting. Morgan's on the line right now for the first time tonight. Morgan misses the second one. Made the first one, 57-27. Beeston in the backcourt dribbling. Look at all the hands that are reaching for the ball. None of them are fouling either. Woodson inside, missed the shot. Good look there, and a good quick move. Put it on the glass, used his left hand.
Well, Coach Leggett used to always say against a 1-2-2, you're shooting layups at the other end.
And what is Woodson doing, talking to Joshua Jones all the way down the court?
For what?
He was yelling at him, and Kanai finally pulled him away and said, shut up. I'm going to say it up here in a minute. Keep your mouth shut. Play your game. You had a good shot on the other end. We just missed it. Left side, Zulu in the high post. Morgan back out to Marshall. Marshall for three. There's the inside out.
Well, once again, you got two people out here guarding this. Should be one person getting back down and rotating around. Another wide open look.
Wow. Abbey was not out of bounds. The ball was not out of bounds. Devils are going to get a break on that one. Official was not in a position to see that either.
Buddy made the call.
Yeah, we'll take that. Buddy made the call? And so,
yeah, Buddy made the call. Didn't see it, but he made the call.
Beeston gets it into Kanai. There are so many hands, and they're all down around your knees and the dribble. Wilson Freiberg checked in. Freiberg, the double pump. He got fouled by Morgan, I believe. Wilson will go back to the line to shoot. He shot in the first half. Morgan, his third foul.
Well, that was a good take to the basket. He hesitated. If he'd have grabbed it before, ripped it low, and went to the basket, he probably had the basket and a foul.
Exactly. Instead, he had to go straight into him. And
well, yeah.
You weren't going over Morgan.
No.
Now, if you went over Morgan and dunked it, Wilson, I'm buying you lunch. That's and maybe supper for a week.
That ain't open at Southern Catching.
There you go. Thank you, Coach. Nice segue. Morgan comes out of the game with 3 fouls. 34.8 left in the third quarter.
And once again, we're in the Rocky, sphere here, where they want to be scoring-wise.
Freiberg misses both, but Lepper gets the offensive board and the putback with a short hook. Yes.
60 points with 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They're going to hit their 70-plus.
20 seconds left in the quarter. Abbey's going way deep here, holding his point when he's making those shots.
Well, once again, we're not staying matched up in the 2-3.
Down to 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Parker Douglas going all the way to the hole, the little runner. Good job by Parker Douglas. If they don't stop you, take it down.
Good floater from 10 foot. Oh.
Marshall bombs one from 25, 30 feet maybe?
The devil ear.
That's right.
The
way
devil
out
ear.
there. Three-pointer by Marshall to end the three. He hit 2 of them in that quarter. And after 3 quarters, it's the Rock Island Rocks 66 and your Blue Devils 31. Back with the fourth quarter right here with Wellman and Pettit on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Back here in the fourth quarter, Hey Baby's on. Last week it was Oh Baby. This one, Rocky's tough too, yes. Devils had an 8-point run, but the 9-point run in the second quarter, the 13-point run in the third stretched this thing out to 50-23. What did I say that Marshall had? Marshall had 2, 4, 6, 7 in the first quarter, 8 in this third. So I think he's got 15 unofficially. Oh, hold on there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, and 8. So he's got 19. Abbey had 2 at the half. In that quarter, he had 16. So he's got 18. Lighten him up from 3. That
How's
quarter.
Zulu doing?
5-3. Zulu is laying low. Zulu, I think he didn't hit that 3 in the first. Maybe he did. He might have 9 total. Watch for him in the fourth quarter. Rocks have the basketball. Marshall at the point. In the high post is Jones, who got the ball, knocked back out. Abbey's going to fire a 3 from the side, no good. Parker Douglas with a rebound.
He's not shy.
Your other guy's in there for the other side. Ellis was in there in that lineup too. And I'll give you your 5th guy in a minute here. Avery Beeston's in for the Devils with Parker Douglas. Avery has it taken away from him by Zulu. Beeston, Douglas, Humphrey, Freiberg, and Lepper for the Devils. Far side, Abbey. 2-guard front, out high, Zulu and Abbey. Marshall here in the left corner. Working that baseline is Ellis, and in the high post. Nope, check that. Ellis is in the high post. 3-pointer, Marshall from the corner. Tell you what, when it rains and they feel comfortable, they'll just keep putting them up.
Well, hit the paint, kick it out, step into the 3. It's a good recipe for success.
Beeston with a good drive. Lepper had the rebound. No sense having the touch.
Oh!
And there's Abby who kind of finger rolls it up. And who comes in from the side and dunks it? Marshall. That's pretty sweet. Not a big exclamation point, but it was a dunk. Humphrey lost the handle. Abby goes in for the layup. Easy layup there. 10-point run. Leaving the third quarter to the fourth. Got to be more fearful of 100, to tell you the truth.
Well, 6:30 to go, and they've already hit their season average plus.
Kanai into the lane, no good. And Kanai down in the lane. Freiburg had an offensive board on the side I thought might make it, but instead Kanai will go to the line to shoot.
Well, and that's one of those ones where, you're 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", you're going in against 6'6". Pull up for that little 10-foot floater, and let your guys, if you miss it, go get the rebound.
Ellis commits the foul. First one of the fourth quarter. At the line is Kanai Humphrey.
My daughter used to do that all the time. She was 5'3" going up against 6-footers. I'm like, hey, pull it back out, do the little floater, do the little head fake, keep your dribble, then go by him.
Fundamentally down there, I knew a 5'10" post player who really was 6 foot, who played at the college level and was the player of the year in the conference, going against 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" every night.
Oh, yeah.
Fundamentals. Running clock. Kanai hits the second of 2 free throws. And it stops that little 10-point run. Anytime we can stop the runs, that's a good thing.
Oh, definitely.
Little tongue-in-cheek there. Anyway, 5 minutes left in this one. Devils back on defense. Emmerich Batley into the ball game. Batley and Douglas high. Naz Kelly comes down low, left of Lepper. Whole new lineup in there for the Rocks. I'll give them to you in a minute as a traveling call first, and a good call by the official. Jacoby Ewing, number 25, also in the game. Jonas Cortez, he wears 21. 32, Ja'Cory Langford.
Milton's going to get some playing time.
All right, Milton is in. We weren't sure if he was going to get to play. Samuel Tarr also in there. And I believe the last guy, I'm going to try to figure out who the last man is there. They threw them all in at me on line changes.
Now, if we can get Milton back into the lineup.
It can definitely help.
Oh, goodness. I mean, especially handling the basketball, taking care of the pressure. He's been in big games before.
Well, for Milton,
which
too,
will help this team.
This was a good weekend where he didn't have 2 games then, where he might get into one game a little bit and just get the work a little bit. If we had to play again at Hickman tomorrow, might not see him. Naz Kelly from out behind the arc. Good-looking shot. It just came up short. Turn around and find your man. Driving to the basket, losing the handle was number 11, Samuel Tarr. Parker Douglas, Milton Whitfield from the 3, no good, but in the strong corner, Parker Douglas tracks it down. Kelly drives in. Kelly up and under. Naz really didn't have to throw that up there like that. He could have taken one good step for a layup.
Yep.
I think he thought he had to get rid, but maybe he did that because he got fouled, and Naz will go to the line to shoot 2. And that might have been the case there. Now, this is the one time I really don't want to see us on the free throw line. Langford commits the foul. Second team foul on the Rocks because it's a running clock. Now, on the other side of it, a running clock's a good thing. We lost the first one. What was it, 75-45, I believe, up at the Rock Garden. Not quite our pace on the offensive side, but Kelly comes up a little short on the first one. Carter Trowbridge in. Freiburg out.
Well, after 45 seconds running off the clock.
And then we sub in there too. And it's a shame Freiburg didn't get as much playing time coming off, trying to get the next group in. Kelly's going to miss, but going to shoot another one. Lane violation on the Rocks. Langford got in a little bit of a hurry. Must have those wheels from that old Ray Langford. He was pretty fast. Pretty good ball player, wasn't he?
Yeah, oh yeah.
St. Louis Cardinals. Baseball season will be 4 here. All righty, Naz hits the second one.
Well, we got 30 days till pitchers and catchers report.
I heard that.
My 4 favorite words in the English language.
Jim Obert also said that out. 3-pointer, no good. Inside, tipping the ball away. That was a good job by Naz Kelly, knocking the ball away from Tarr. 2 minutes left in the game. Parker Douglas backs it out. Sends Kelly through there. Starts to come towards Emmerich, but he'll hit Whitfield. Whitfield being guarded out high. Right side, Batley. Batley starts to drive. Had Trowbridge out here. Lost the handle.
Too much dribbling.
Parker Douglas to the hole. Pull up. Good. Tell you what, I love when Parker does that, whether it's against the first team, the second team, the third team. Take it to the hole like that. Get that little pull-up shot. Make sure you stick around for the post-game show. Brought to you by Hardee's at 30th and Broadway. Brian Harms will break this one down. We'll have the coach's comments. Ball goes inside. Deshaun Evans turn around, and he was a guard in the land of the centers or the post players and got that one in. 75-35. There's those hands. Even the second group has hands. Down on the block. Oh, and zip that ball. Trying to get to his man. And his man actually said, that was my fault. That ball came out to Evans hot.
Well, he was like 3 feet away, boy, and that thing was zipped.
Over into the first row of the stands. Inside a minute left in this one. Devils are going to fall to 5-13. What did I say, 2-6 in the conference now?
Yep.
Other side, only one loss for the Rocks. They'll improve to 17-3. Batley's three is no good. Weak side rebounded. Parker Douglas, Trowbridge, pull it up. Parker going to the basket. Good job with the runner. Nice move, Parker. Little spurt there for the Devils. Scoring 6 points out of the last, 6-2 on the last little run. Down to 25 and counting. Glad the crowd came out, the band came out. Remember, next week, Devils have a game here Tuesday against Geneseo. Then the girls have a game Thursday at Geneseo at the Quincy High Gym. And that'll be the games early in the week. And then on Saturday, the girls play Galesburg at 1:30. That's the big matchup. And that night we have Wabanzi Valley for the boys on Saturday night as well. Final buzzer puts us out of our misery tonight. Your final score, the Rocks 75 and the Blue Devils 37. That'll do it for the regular portion of our broadcast. Stick around, we've got the Hardee's postgame, we got the coach's comments. But here at Blue Devil Gymnasium, the Rocks come in and show you why they're at the top of the conference, winning this one 75, same as they had last time. Devils only 37 this time, and it's Blue Devil basketball right here on megasportsco.com.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Brian Harms, I'll bet you got a lot of people asking for fish sandwiches this time of the year.
You bet. Isn't that great? It is that time of year. People always love our fish sandwiches, and they're with tartar sauce and lettuce. You can get that any day of the week. We got the beer battered Alaskan pollock back. I'm back from Alaska. We caught all kinds of them.
And what kind of fish are those?
Pollock. Pollock.
And you've got a special deal going on. 2 fish sandwiches for just $7. Right now at Hardee's, 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And welcome to the Hardee's postgame show, brought to you by 30th and Broadway Hardee's. Brian Harms, Wellman and Pettit as the Devils lose this one 75-37. After one, Devils were down 19-6. Second quarter picked it up, got within 13, 33 to 20. Third quarter.
Actually, we were down, 24-18?
24-18.
24-18,
by
6 points, yeah.
9-point run to start in the half. And then the third quarter, down 37-23 by 14, and a 13-point run made it a 27-point game. And at the end of the third, going into the fourth, the Rocks put another 10 points together, and that made it 73-31. The running clock was in play, and the Devils with a loss here. We know that, when we're playing Moline, when we're playing Rocky, we know what we got to do. And if you don't make the perfect game, this is going to happen to you. That's just the way it is.
Well,
They're beating good teams.
If you don't execute on the offensive end, defensively, getting back on their transition, offense coming in. Defensively, I mean, they were shooting layups, and we still had 3 guys on the other side of half court. You can't do that against a good team, or this is what the result's going to be.
And then, of course, Arthur Abbey decided in the third quarter, hey, we got a lead. I'm going to start launching threes.
Well, and you still got to get out and guard him.
Yep, he did.
You know what I mean? And we didn't guard very well at all tonight.
On threes in the first half, 3 trays. It might be 4. I think Zulu hit 1, 3 of them by Jamison. So 4 in the first half, 4 by Abbey in the third quarter, along with Marshall with 2. So 6 there, 10 threes unofficially on the other side. So they'll improve to 17 and 3. Got a good-looking team, and you know what I need to check on, Coach, while we're sitting here? When is the next Rocky-Moline matchup? And so while I'm flipping into my book to find out the standings right now in the conference, as right now, Rocky is now 7-1 in the conference. Devils are 2-6. This is the 23rd. So Rocky's got Galesburg next week. Moline's got Sterling. There it is. 2 weeks on Friday. Check that 1 week. Next Friday, Moline will host Rocky. So good matchup there as we're at Sterling that night, or at least the Blue Devils are at Sterling.
So Moline beat Rocky at Rocky the first time. So Rocky's going to come out, try to get them at Wharton. That's going to be a heck of a matchup.
Oh, I think so. I'd like to be there, but we'll be somewhere else that night. Let's look at the scoring first for the Devils. Losing this one to 5-13. They were led. Thomas Woodson came off the bench, and a lot of that was in the second quarter, but Thomas got 10 points in the ball game. 7 points from Joels Clausel. He had a 3 early and then a bucket. The buckets were early in the ball game. Parker Douglas late has 6. Tim Griffith with 5. Brendan Lepper with 4. We go down to 2 by Beeston, 2 by Freiberg. Tim Griffith had 5. Kenai Humphrey had 1. 1 by Naz Kelly, 1 by Avian Tate. Emmerich Batley in the game but did not score, as well as Carter Trollbridge. And Milton Whitfield got in for a brief moment as well and took a shot, but other than that, didn't really have a chance to get on the floor.
Get in the flow of the game.
Exactly, and so hopefully they'll give him another week to kind of get his stuff together for the rest of the season. On the other side for the Rocks, they were led by Devin Marshall. He had 22 points in the ball game. Abbey had 20, and that was 16 of them in the third quarter, lighting up 4 threes. 12 points out of Jeremiah Jamison. He had 3 trays from outside in the first. He had a blue-collar one in the third. That was 12 points. 9 points out of Zulu, and he's the scorer for this team, too.
He's the man, and he didn't have to do anything tonight.
Didn't have to. Eris Morgan inside had 4. 2 points out of Joshua Jones. 2 points came from Deshaun Evans. Evan Ellis had 1. And then they brought everybody else out. Langford, Ewing, Cortez, all in the ball game, did not score. I'm not sure if Avion Thomas did, but Samuel Tarr did get in as well. So rough day for the Devils today as the girls lose to Principia. And Principia came out, and again, not to drive that game in as we've already had it, but Principia has size inside and a lot of guards and a lot of quickness that attacked us. Jada had a heck of a game, but we didn't get the other support from inside. Now tonight, I tell you, they just threw us off. I mean, it was one of those, Coach, like you even talked about, even when they went man-to-man full court, instead of clearing out to bring the ball down or somebody setting a screen, we ran a 2-1-2 as if we were playing a zone on that one.
Well, and, to be honest with you, you look at from the point where we were down 24-18, halfway through the second quarter, they scored how many? 75, and they were at 24, so they scored
51.
51, and we scored
19. So 51-19, and we had 18 at that point. So it took us 2.5 quarters to wrap that one up.
Oh, yeah.
Taking you back to again, and we don't want to reiterate this too much, but good basketball team. Very loaded, very good defensive, but when they can go out and chase everything and come out into every passing lane, because you're getting out of, discombobulated, as you say.
We didn't handle the basketball.
Right.
Turnover after turnover after turnover, giving them easy looks, transition offense. you can't do that against a very talented team like the Rock Island Rocks are.
Yep, it's the post-game show. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with more of that and hopefully have a chance to talk to Coach Douglas right here on mechasportsco.com.
This stream is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecha Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit mechasportsco.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight.
And back at the Mecca Mobile Studio right here in Quincy High Blue Devil Gymnasium. Better bed, less money. Sleep Tight. Quincy and Jacksonville. That's sleeptightmidwest.com. Everybody hanging out. You got 13 minutes and 56 seconds to get out of here as we put the board up and told you.
Lights will start coming off.
Exactly. You know, we always talk about you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So, well, that was a tough night here in the shootout, big-time abbreviated shootout. There's only 2 games here. Should have been 4 tonight. Should have been 9 tomorrow. 0. So we basically get a Western Big 6 game. We get a follow-up with earlier we get a non-conference game for the girls. Both of them take a lumping. You know, I was going to say take a licking and keep on ticking, but I'm not sure we kept on ticking. We tried, and we're not trying to be funny at all. We're just saying, boy, this team is a good ball team, the Rocks, and they took us completely out. When you've got a younger team, they can do that. Now, when they attack with 1 or 2 guys at the ball, the other guys have the lanes covered.
Well, they've got 3 guys that can attack, you know, and that makes it very tough. You know, I like the idea coming out with the 2-3. We just got to play it a little bit better. You know what I mean? And stay matched up because, you know, we've got people catching the ball at the wing, and, you know, depending on if it comes to the other side, you know, your bottom guy should be out there, and then the top guy should bump him off, and he should go down, you know, to the wing or whatever. Gave up way too many, you know, open looks on the 3, you know, where you know, we double teamed, and we shouldn't be double teaming in a 2-3.
And of course, like we mentioned, Coach, on the offensive side, getting the ball on the court, we got guys attacking us. So if they're attacking us, that means somebody deep is there. But first, you got to either get the ball to the middle, or you got to have somebody who can throw the ball down court, and hopefully that one guy that's playing center field back there, you know, can't get across the court. I mean, you got to be able to zip it down there.
I mean, we had a couple times where we got the ball to Griffith in the middle. You know, he turned, you know, went down there, you know, made stuff happen. But that didn't happen enough. And, you know, it seemed like the Blue Devils were having problems because a lot of times they were in man-to-man full court, and they'd attack a 2-1-2. And, you know, when you're man-to-man, get out. You know, let your guard bring it down once again. That could be a problem with us, you know, with their pressure and double teaming. But you don't stand there 2-1-2, you know, going against the man. Get them out, let them bring it down. Then they come, you know, and your guy leaves you to go double team. Then you make yourself available, get the ball in the middle, and you still should be okay, you know, getting after it. Now they came out 1-2-2 full court, different situation. You got to do 2-1-2 on that, you know, get the ball in the middle, which we did that a couple of times, but you know, the switching up of the defenses by Rocky.
Good luck, Coach.
Good job, man.
And then we'll have Coach Mark on the other side. We always got to compliment him because Coach Jack Daddy's saying the same thing down there. You got a good-looking team. The only time we want to dribble the basketball is when we are in that set with a man-to-man full court, you know, and instead we're dribbling the basketball in the times that we need to pass the ball. But these are things they're getting, and we're not going to harp on those things.
Well, you know, and that's one thing, you know, against an attacking, you know, defense like Rocky is, you know, a couple times we did, you know, our backdoor cuts and got good open looks. You know, you got to, you know, turn their, you know, advantage into a disadvantage, which, you know, they're man-to-man half court. Yeah, you got to have backdoor stuff. You got to do pick and rolls. You know, you got to do some other stuff.
All right, so let's get the book out. Look at next week here for the Devils and the girls as well. We'd already mentioned on Tuesday the Devils will be here taking on Geneseo, the Maple Leafs, so hopefully they can turn things around and get a victory there Then on Thursday, the girls will host Geneseo at Quincy High Gymnasium. That'll be a good opportunity for the girls to add a good one, play a good ball game, Western Big Six game, and then turn it into the weekend, Galesburg on Saturday. On Friday, the boys will go up to Sterling. We will go to Illini West for a Quincy Notre Dame Raider game against Illini West, see what they look like.
How'd the Raiders do tonight? Do we know?
I did not catch it.
Lanark Eastland.
They played at 7 o'clock, so their games didn't start until 7 and 8:30. So the Raiders played at 7, and their last game is at 8:30 tonight.
Columbia Hickman, I believe, and Chaminade, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right. Columbia Hickman, yep, and Chaminade. And, of course, everybody goes home tomorrow, and so stay warm, stay safe, all that good stuff as well. So we got Coach waiting here for a moment here. We'll have the coach's comments. We'll take one quick break. Come back with more of the post-game show brought to you by Hardee's right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Brian Harms, I'll bet you got a lot of people asking for fish sandwiches this time of the year.
You bet. Isn't that great? It is that time of year. People always love our fish sandwiches, and they're with tartar sauce and lettuce. You can get that any day of the week. We got the beer battered Alaskan pollock back. I'm back from Alaska. We caught all kinds of them.
And what kind of fish are those?
Pollock. Pollock.
And you've got a special deal going on. 2 fish sandwiches for just $7. Right now at Hardee's, 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
This game is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co. You can find us at mechasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@mechasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/mechasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecha Sports Co.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight.
Back to the Mecha Mobile Studio, brought to you by Sleep Tight. Better bed, less money. Sleep Tight. Quincy and Jacksonville. I'm going to sleep tight tonight. Cold, cold weather out there. I'm going to stay warm. Coach, you making a trip back to Rockford tonight?
I don't know yet. I haven't figured it out. Because, with the snow coming tomorrow, it's either get up early at 4 or 5 and get going or, go tonight. So
not a lot of snow really here tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be maybe a whole day of about 40 to 50% out here and going that route. So, anyway, waiting for Coach here in the Hardee's post-game show. As we get ready out here.
No.
Devils lost 75-37. Didn't know who somebody was asking for there. I thought his shirt said Bash, which was my grandson's nickname, although it's B-A-S-S back there. So, anyway, Coach Pettit signing autographs out here, as he does. Always love that. You signing autographs, Coach?
No.
Hey, and by the way, I'm sorry, Vincent D. Johnson. We saw him up at Moline, the great book, the illustrious, all the great Jim. You still haven't seen that book, have you?
No.
Oh, you need to check it out, man. It's huge. I'd let you borrow it, but I'm not letting that get very far out of my hands. He was scheduled to be here all day tomorrow during the shootout to sell books and sign books. So hopefully he'll get a date in there later. It was going to be a nice night for him to come in and do that, or a nice day, with all the different teams coming in from all over the nation, with that. And, we always usually get Eric Stratman for a couple comments as too, but Strat's still got the phone on his ear. So he's working this thing in one night like it would be, the whole weekend. But I can tell you, he has probably worked it a lot in the last couple days with weather changes, teams coming from all over, not sure if they're going to make it or not. That's just trying to put all that together, and we almost had tomorrow a chance to watch the Notre Dame Raiders against Kankakee. That was a nice matchup they created, but it didn't happen. That would have been number 1 in 2A against number 2 in 3A, Kankakee. Kankakee was supposed to play the first game tonight against Principia, and Principia boys decided they were not coming. Principia girls said, we are coming. We want to play the Quincy High girls, and that they did in that first game. So killing time here, as we told you, what's coming up in the end of the season, end of next week. End of the season's around the corner, though, if we talk about that. We've got about 3-4 weeks here. First week of February, they'll start pulling the seeds and that for the girls, which I believe will start the week of the 16th. Actually, it will start on Saturday the 14th for quarterfinal games, and then it'll pick up there on that. And so Coach Stratman doing a pizza here. I was going to yell down and ask him how he was doing and get a couple of words here, but he's got a phone to his ear again. He's got a pizza in the other hand, so he's a man on a mission. You know, it might not have anything to do with basketball here.
Yep.
And Coach Douglas sneaking up here now for us. His comments brought to you by the Kunis Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. Thank you, Coach, for joining us. And we knew Rocky is tough. In fact, I think Rocky has more on paper than Moline does, personally. I mean, they've got a lot of weapons. They come out and put the first 10 up. After one quarter, it's 19-6. But the Devils come back in the second quarter with 8-point run. We're only down at that time 21-16, but still we're down 24-18 before that 9-point run. And I know that didn't make you happy because we fought back to get within 6. Now you find ourselves going in a half down 13.
Oh, turnovers is the story of the season right now. Guys taking care of it. You know, we had way too many today. And, you know, this is something that really the last couple of weeks we've really tried to hone in on. You know, being able to catch it on the perimeter and catch and face, see the post. You know, we have a couple guys that are active on the inside, and a lot of times we're being pressured so much that we can't see them. So we got to be stronger in that area, and we did a great job this week of getting out of our comfort zone. Once again, it just didn't translate to the game, the entire game. You know, I give our guys a lot of credit playing, you know, as tough as they did in the first half. Wasn't clean by any means. You know, it's still a lot of turnovers, but guarding the way that we did, rebounding the ball the way we did. You know, we only give up 4 points in transition in the first half. We gave up over 24 last time we played them. So, you know, just trying to get them to understand these are good things that take place, and then right at that moment, third quarter takes place, and everything falls apart, wheels fall off.
Couple runs there in the third, and it was that 10-2 run to start off that second quarter that was just you build up and you say, this is what we know. We know these guys can do it. And you mentioned it right there, when you're getting so much pressure in the backcourt or even in the front court, it's hard to look up and see that we're open way down court because they've got great hands. I mean, this is a very good team out here. They'll make a run late season.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate when we talk and preach sideline, hit sideline, and once we hit sideline against guys that want to face guard you, we already have the advantage sprinting to the middle of the floor, but we couldn't even get to that moment. You know, we had guys that we won up handling the ball, running away from the basketball, running away from the pressure, and just saying, hey, you guys deal with all that. I don't want to mess with it. And, you know, instead of going to it and wanting it and being strong with it, being tough, we kind of ran away from it. And those are learning moments. But, you know, talking to Jewels a little bit after the game, and his teammates agreed, we have to have him be our guy. You know, right now he has to be our guy, especially with the ball in his hands. He's the most seasoned, if you want to call him that, of anybody that we have. He has the most experience at the sophomore level, a lot now that he's gaining, you know, this year. But he has to be that guy for us. He's more than capable of being that guy, but we need him to step up big.
Yeah, I thought the 2-3 zone that you came out with, you know, putting Lep in the middle, you know, he got a couple of quick fouls. You had to readjust there, but I think that might be a very, very good defense going forward with this team.
It's going to have to be.
Well,
we've never struggled figuring out what type of defense we're going to be able to be the most successful with. Yeah. And you know, we're not a team that can guard teams like this. We can't guard a man-to-man right now.
Yeah.
We'll get to the point where we can, but we're not quick enough. You know, their strengths are some of our weaknesses defensively. But, you know, the 2-3, it gives us, you know, Lep on the inside. It puts them right in rebounding position. We get our wings out a little bit, stretch their arms out, get them, you know, hopefully getting deflections and steals. I thought we did a pretty good job in the first half with it. The only thing I could complain about was us not getting the shooters. You know, we got 1 or 2 feet, outside of them with the hand in their stomach, and with guys that put it up as much as they do, that you're going to pay for it.
Well, and I thought that, a couple of times you got your wing coming up, you got your front guy, they were double teaming.
Right.
Then
right.
the extra pass, you got to make sure you stay matched up in that. But, I like the way that looked at times tonight.
Right, yeah. No, it's they've played it well. When we have played it in practices, they played it well, and it was okay tonight. Just some things we got to clean up.
And I think with the 2-3-2, it's nice if you've got, with Lep having Griffith, Woodson Jr., Freiberg, those kind of guys on that back line, and not Parker Douglas having to play that back line.
Right. Yeah, that's, he's at that point in the game, it's just whatever. But, he can't. He's not a guy that we need playing in the back, and he doesn't have the experience. He has the experience of playing the guard spot, but not the wing.
Well, I tell you what, we've got a week here where you got Geneseo, a good opportunity to really get out there and then show what we could have done up there. So that's good.
Yeah.
And get back to the Western Big Six and get back to just developing. We talked about it after last week's game. We all believe in the team. We believe in these kids. They're going to get it. And when they put it together, those who stayed away saying, well, they suck. Excuse me, guys. You come out here and watch the game, and you really don't understand it if you're saying that.
Yeah, no, it's our job as coaches. It's my job as a coach to get the most out of them, and we are at times when we're not near enough. So we got to coach harder. We got to be more intense in what we're doing. Attention to detail on what we're doing, and continue to coach the group. These guys, I give them a lot of credit. They continue to show up. They continue to work hard. And as coaches, we're doing the exact same thing. So in a situation like that, if you're going to work at it like that, better or worse, you never say the same. It's about time our group gets better.
Yep, and if you guys out there that are the naysayers, if you got a couple 6-7 guys in your family, then get them over here to Quincy then. Coach, I'll tell you what, thanks for coming up. Have a good week of practice.
Travels.
You got to stay warm.
Especially you.
And that's Coach Douglas. His comments are brought to you by the QHS Auto Group, Faith Family, and Giving Back. We'll hear from them and then wrap it up here in the Hardee's postgame here at Blue Devil Gymnasium on MeccaSportsCo.com.
QHS Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting.
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit QHS Honda.
And QHS Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit QHS Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how QHS makes it easy.
Brian Harms, I'll bet you got a lot of people asking for fish sandwiches this time of the year.
You bet. Isn't that great? It is that time of year. People always love our fish sandwiches, and they're with tartar sauce and lettuce. You can get that any day of the week. We got the beer battered Alaskan pollock back. I'm back from Alaska. We caught all kinds of them.
And what kind of fish are those?
Pollock. Pollock.
And you've got a special deal going on. 2 fish sandwiches for just $7. Right now at Hardee's, 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Now we're back to the Hardee's post-game show, and Coach, the Hardee's ad wanted to run whether I was yelling for it or not, so Brian Harms has got the ghost in the machine. Coach, your last thoughts on tonight's game, and of course we mentioned that it's a very good Rocky team, but last thoughts.
Well, this is a Rocky team that, I think has an opportunity. Their guard play is tremendous, and, with guard play in high school basketball, you've got 3 of them that can do a whole lot of stuff. Marshall might be the best of the group. Zulu, senior, the leadership, and then Abby. 3 good ones, and then the big kid underneath. And the lefty made what?
Jameson?
Yeah. He looks like a good ball player, too.
Well, they're well-rounded.
Yeah, it's one of those things to where, and they get after, man, we knew what was coming. We just couldn't handle the pressure.
You got it there. For Coach Pettit, the final thoughts here. I'm Jeff Wellman. Doubleheader tonight. The Blue Devil girls lose to Principia, and the Devils lose 75-36 to the Rock Island Rocks. Join us next week and every week for all the action right here in Quincy, and it's Blue Devil basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com. Good night, everyone.
Brian Harms, I'll bet you got a lot of people asking for fish sandwiches this time of the year.
You bet. Isn't that great? It is that time of year. People always love our fish sandwiches, and they're with tartar sauce and lettuce. You can get that any day of the week. We got the beer battered Alaskan pollock back. I'm back from Alaska. We caught all kinds of them.
And what kind of fish are those?
Pollock. Pollock.
And you've got a special deal going on. 2 fish sandwiches for just $7. Right now at Hardee's, 30th and Broadway, Quincy.